everyone, this is Selena Kraus and welcome to another Hero Arts card making video. Today I will show you how to make this threefold card using the new threefold Garden Birds die set. So let's get started. I have pre-cut some cardstock from Paradise Palm, Pesto, and Kiwi. The Paradise and Palm are 4¼ by 5½, and also I have a Dove White note card. And then the Pesto and the Kiwi are 4¾ so it's a little bit wider, half an inch wider, by 5½. And I also have piece of white deluxe smooth white cardstock that I will cut those two, like the flowers and the birds. So we'll use those to color the birds, cut them out, and add them to the other die cut pieces. So from the palm cardstock, I'm just die cutting just the top edge using the foliage border die. Then I have the pesto cardstock and I'm die cutting. This is the wider 4¾ you can see it's on the right side. We have that blank where it's uncut spot. So this one will score it at ½ inch on that left side. And then I have the Kiwi. We have die cut to by magic of YouTube to the left side. We're gonna score on the right. So I will show you how to do that in a little bit. And also we'll trim the bottom of all those pieces so we can layer them up. So next we have a sentiment. I'm using the Friendly Messages sentiment. I had already pre-cut, stamped, and die cut the sentiment. I used pitch black cardstock and white embossing powder. So what I'm doing here, I'm just coloring those flowers and birds, and then I will use scissors to cut them out. I'm using alcohol-based markers, but you can use any coloring medium of your choice. So I went with pinks, blues, and purples. I thought that will go nice with the greens and the paradise background. So I'm just quickly coloring. I'm not worried if I go over the lines because those will be cut out, and they're just holding, they're kind of pop-up dies, holding just with a couple of pieces that are connected to the base of the die. So I'm just trimming out the birds. I will do the same for the flowers too. Just cutting around the legs of that bird. I'm doing the same with the flowers. Okay, we're almost done here. I skipped a bunch of this process since I don't think you will be interested in watching me cut those for ½ an hour. Okay, so let's start assembling our card. So this is the pesto. We have the palm, which is 4¼ by 5½, and we just die cut the top part. So you can see there I left some space for that paradise cardstock to be visible, to recreate the sky, to present the sky. So here I'm scoring on the left side. So you can see here it looks like the right, but I turned that upside down. I scored at ½ inch. So that we'll use that flap or tab we'll use to adhere in the back of that palm, the foliage layer. So that will create our fold. And then I will do the kiwi cardstock will open from the right side and that layer will go on top. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to position those to see how much from the bottom I need to cut out so they look nice and layered. So I'm just marking with a pen and I'll use my paper trimmer to trim that down. So what I did previously when I was die cutting those, I die cut all of them towards the top because it's easy to trim that to the desired height, then make it too short and then you will need to do it again. So here we have the kiwi layer. I'm just separating, kind of removing all the unneeded, unnecessary, like all the stuff that was cut out. And then I will score on the right side again at ½ inch. So you can see here I'm trying to look at the heights of those. I have all 3 layers and I will just trim that down to how tall I want that layer to be. I'm trying to position them here. I think that looks nice. Now I will go in and score that at 1/2 inch on the right side. You can see here it looks like I'm scoring on the left. I'm moving it a little bit because we have a fold, so I just wanted to make sure that we have enough to cover that full 4 1/4 width. So I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's start assembling our card. I'm using the Hero Arts Precision Liquid Glue. I'm adding some onto the birds on the pesto layer, and I'm adhering the birds where they're supposed to be. So this adds a little bit more interest and kind of more makes the card more cheerful when we have more variety of colors. Okay, so we're done with the birds. I'm doing the flowers now, and then I already did the other layer with the purple flowers. Once we're done here, we can start assembling our card. Here I'm trying to position that flower to match exactly how the die cut flower on the pesto layer was. And then the last flower. Okay, so we have those layers, and I think that looks pretty cute. Okay, so this is how our card will be, and I have also top folded that white note card. I wanted to add more space to write a message, so I'm adhering the whole 3-fold to a top folded note card. Here I decided to use Green Apple Reactive Ink and an extra large blending brush to add a little bit of darker green to that first kiwi layer. So now let's start assembling. I'm adding liquid adhesive on the back of that second layer, and we're creating the first fold. And then I will add this one onto the right side. I will do the same. I've lined that up on the bottom. I'm adding liquid adhesive, press it down, I'll let that dry before I move on. So that's our 3-fold card. I think that looks pretty nice. So next I will add adhesive again on the whole layer here, the whole panel, the whole 3-fold piece. And I will add it to the Paradise A2 piece of cardstock. Okay, you can leave it as it is, or you can do like I'm doing right now, and I will adhere it to a top folded note card. I'm cleaning up my work surface a little bit so I don't end up smearing that green onto the white note card. So now we need to add sentiment. Before I do that, I will add this panel to the note card. Again, I'm using the liquid glue. I will use some foam tape strip to add dimension to the sentiment, so I'm adding it to the back. I will trim off the excess. And add it to my card. I think that's a little bit crooked there. I will pull it off and straighten that up, and I think that looks good. To finish off the card, I'm adding some teal translucent enamel dots. So I added 3 above the sentiment and 2 below the sentiment, and that finishes our card for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I hope that you're inspired to create a 3-fold card to give it a try. And also don't forget to visit our blog and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're notified when we have new content. Thanks for watching. Bye!